Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to the very first tutorial of the series on ISTQB AI Tester certification, and we are going to get started with our first chapter of this entire series where we are going to talk about the basic and fundamentals of what is artificial intelligence, and this chapter is called as Introduction to AI. As a part of this chapter, we'll be learning a lot of fundamental concepts right from the basics, termination to terminologies, definitions, what exactly AI technology is all about, what could be the hardware requirements for the AI systems, and how exactly AI can be used on different platforms, or what could be the different types of AI, and how exactly different models can be used as AI to be serviced and put together, what kind of standards and regulations can be supporting this particular AI as a concept. Now today, to get started, the very first thing we are talking about is 1.1 definition of AI and AI effect, and at the same time differentiating between the narrow, general, and super AI. To get started, first of all, we are talking about the definition of the word AI, which means artificial intelligence. Now, of course, the term artificial intelligence way back in 1950 was identified and refers to the objective of building and programming intelligent machines capable of imitating human beings. In a very nutshell way, artificial intelligence, even if you go by the words given here, it clearly states that we are talking about having intelligence by machines, just like humans. So humans are the real intelligence, but we are asking to do them by the robots, and that's what you're going to call it as artificial intelligence. That means we are trying to bring up the machines and the robots to that level that they can have the capability of making their own decisions, just like how would a human do. Now, when you see something like, you see people pedestrian walking and you just apply a brake, I think we are talking about exactly the same in the cars like Tesla. So they have the ability of moving ahead or braking absolutely at the right time, and also making decisions based on the human mindset. Now, this capability is what we will be referring to artificial intelligence. The definition today has evolved significantly. There was a time when people used to think something about AI as wonders, but after down the line few years, things have become old and the definitions keep changing. AI is a concept which redefines every single day. And today you might be thinking of implementing something. By the time you think, there might be someone who's coming up with great outputs on such things. And that could be old right after 2 or 3 days. Now, of course, the definition today has evolved significantly, and the following definition captures the concept of AI, which means the capability of an engineering system to acquire, process, and apply knowledge and skills, just like human beings. Now, the way in which people understood the meaning of AI depends on their current perception. The definition does not remain exactly the same when you think about it today. Down the line, after a few years, the definition could be something else because we would have reached a different level of the mechanisms on the AI. Now, in 1970s, the idea of computer system that could beat a human at chess was somewhere in the future, and most considered this to be as an AI. Now, talking about the 1970s, people never thought that there could be a computerized game where human beings can play against the computer in order to win the match. And of course, the computer could, play as a counterpart and make decisions according to the move of the human beings. But today, if you talk about this is pretty old. This is not something new. Every kid is probably making use of such games where they're competing with the system. Now, of course, over 20 years after the computer, right, based systems like Deep Blue beat world chess champions Gary Kasparov, the brute force approach implemented in that system is not considered by many of us to be true artificial intelligence at all. Loom seems like, it's just like it was nothing in front of what we have today. In terms of like you have Alexa, you have Siri to make decisions and respond back to you. These things doesn't look at all something meaningful. Now, similarly, the expert systems of 1970s and 80s incorporated human expertise as rules, which could be run repeatedly without the expert being present. Now, these were considered to the AI then but are not considered as such now. So probably like the era we are talking about is something which is renovating every single day, every single month, every single year. You might be thinking of something to be happening in the future, but down the line after a few years, you might consider them as outdated. And that's what we are trying to tell you, that the definition is not fixed. Definition of AI would keep changing and transforming over a period of time, and what you may be thinking to implement tomorrow could be a past. Talking about the next part of it, like what exactly do we call that as AI effect? Then, of course, the changing perception of what constitutes AI is what we call it as AI effect. Now, as the perception of AI in society changes, so does its definition. As a result, any definition made today is likely to change in the future and may not match those from the past. And that's what you refer to it as AI effect. In order to also talk about what could be the different types or different parts or categories of AI, now at high level, currently, AI has been broken down into three different categories, and we call them as narrow, general, and super AI. Currently, we are living in an era where we are talking only about narrow AI. Isn't like we are talking about 2022-23, we are still with the narrow AI. What exactly narrow AI is, which is also called as weak AI. These systems are programmed to carry out specific tasks with limited context. Currently, this form of AI is widely available. For example, game playing systems, spam filters, test case generators, and voice assistants. So if you talk about any of these common examples, for example, playing a simulated game or playing against a computer, or we talk about filtering some of the spams in your inbox by creating a quick filter, right? Or we are talking about generating test cases using a tool, or if we are talking about talking to the voice assistants in your cell phone like Siri, Alexa, and Google, and we are talking about narrow AI. That means everything what we currently have is actually categorized under narrow AI, which is called as weak AI as well. On the other hand, when you talk about the general AI, which is also referred to as strong AI, these systems have general wide-ranging cognitive abilities similar to human. Now, these AI-based systems can reason and understand their environment as the humans do and act accordingly. As of 2021, when the syllabus was created, no general AI-based systems have been realized. That means currently there are a lot of research going on, and we do not have any such systems which can act exactly as per human being as of 2021 is considered. There are many prototypes, and there are many such models which are being created where we are talking about robotics, where human minds are slightly being implemented in a way that they can move, motions, they can detect motions, and accordingly they can notify you things or probably take user-based actions. They can respond back to you by recognizing your face, or you can talk about identification of your inputs and interactions with the system. But there are no successful systems as of today being identified as general AI where they can do the activities or decisions like human beings. The third category is super AI systems, which are capable of replicating human cognition, just like general AI, and make use of massive processing power, practically unlimited memory, and access to all human knowledge. For example, you can talk about through access to the wave. The web through access simply means that complete entire internet information is lying within this particular AI. It is thought that super AI systems will quickly move or become wiser than human beings. The point at which AI-based systems transition from general AI to the super AI is commonly known as technological singularity, which to a certain extent sounds very dangerous. That if in case super AI comes into existence, they will be very vast in their knowledge and have better capabilities than human in order to make decisions. But at the same time, we do agree that these kind of systems will have the leadership and control over entire world in a way that they will have the singularity in making decisions, and technology will lead human minds or human beings. So that could be a very, very bad situation if goes out of control. But again, not to make any comments, we are looking forward to achieve such things, but not sure how exactly that would react to us, right? So putting it up all together, that's what we wanted to introduce as a part of this particular tutorial team. We discussed about the basic outline and terminologies like AI and AI effect and what are the different three categories. Should you have anything else, we will be looking forward to continue this tutorial in more other deeper topics one by one. So that's all from this particular tutorial team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video team and happy learning.